Hello, my fellow nerds out there. It's Oracle Nerd Richie, and welcome back to our Wonderland. So, last video we ended off at Arc 2, and this time I believe we're going to be going into Arc 3. So, hopefully you guys read the warning in the beginning. If you can't handle what it's going to cover, then please do not watch this video. I don't want to be responsible for your therapy. Anyways. You notice something stuck in one of the wheels because with each rotation, the bin lurches up. Okay, yeah, it's the same. It's the same dialogue. Wait. I pause. But why would I? Yep, same audio, same dialogue we read before. So why does it feel so empty? Taking everything in. A strange feeling of loneliness is tugging at my chest, as though I have lost something important. Something I don't know if I'll ever be able to get back. I shiver. Sigh. Chew in the inside of my cheek. Seriously, why does everyone have a habit of chewing in the inside of their cheek? Like, I don't do that. Oh, also, guys, fun fact. So, the dev of the game commented on my previous video. Yeah, you guys probably remember why I said this at some point. Is Iggy asexual? Well, apparently the dev actually commented on my previous video and confirmed my suspicions. So yeah, Iggy is apparently asexual. To which I say, join the club. Join the club, Iggy. We got jackets and flags. So yeah, Iggy is asexual. Welcome to the club, dude. They reach over for my glasses on the bedside table and lob them across my nose. I wander on towards the kitchen to start the pot of a coffee pot, despite the dull heaviness weighing down on my heart. Maybe I really did drink too much yesterday. It's making my head all weird. Once the coffee is percolating, I empty the last of the chocolate rice snappers into the bowl and take to it like soup. Why does this feel so strange? Why does staring down into my slowly marbling milk make twinges of tears form along my lashes? I shake my head. I don't have time for this. I finish up the snappers and head for the bathroom. I look awful, but then again, why don't I? I lazily lob the toothbrush into my mouth, washing away the chocolate and rinsing out my mouth. Once finished, I splash 3 good-sized handfuls of water onto my face, hoping to wash away the cloying feeling of sadness while I'm at it. Before pulling away, I take another look in my eyes. I have expected them to be lined with bruises, but of course, they're not. Why would they be? The thought makes me shiver, and I spend an extra moment just rubbing the skin beneath my eyes. I'll fix you, Iggy. I spin around, but of course, there's no one there. All the previous times are coming back to haunt him. Why would anyone be there? I'm starting to lose it. The coffee is ready by the time I step back out. But even as I grab it and head for my desk, I find myself just not wanting to work. I have to work. I have deadlines. Projects due. I stare at my monitor until my vision starts to blur. Then walk back into the kitchen. It'll work eventually. Maybe I'll just take a little time first to clear my head. I sit down at the kitchen table, hands perfectly curled around my mug, and wait. 1 sip. 2 sips. I stare at the wall. Stare at the greased mottled front of my microwave. Stare at my fridge and the takeout menus held askew with the developer joke ascribed magnets. 3 sips. What am I waiting for? I don't know, but I'm definitely waiting for something. My mind drifts to Genzo for some reason. I wonder what he's doing now. Is he at his shop? Something inside me really wants to see him right now. But thinking about it sets off a mini alarm bell in the back of my head. So I gave myself a shake, snapped myself out of it, and go back to staring. I don't know why, but I feel so demotivated. Doing anything seems like a chore. And I just feel empty. And at that moment, my phone goes off. Fuck, shit. The sudden noise gives me a heart attack, and in my jolt of surprise, I splash the hot coffee into my hand. God fucking... I managed to answer right away, nursing the smarting skin as I balance my phone between my shoulder and ear. Hey, Hooner, what's up? I ask you, not even confirming the name of the call or ID. But the sound comes through the receiver. What? Doesn't match my jovial tone. Sobs. Harry sniffles a cough. Hooner, he's crying. Oh no. Iggy? Oh shit. Right, this is... I bring my hand to my forehead, massaging the deepening creases. It's Bucks, isn't it? My insides start to twist. This triggers another cough from Hooner. How did you... Iggy knows! He knows! But then he must decide it doesn't matter because he continues all the same. I don't know what to do, Iggy. She's gone. Gone. His voice cracked to the receiver. She took Sadie. There's no sign of them anywhere. I've called. I shake my head, trying to collect my thoughts. I'm having trouble figuring out what to say. Did she say anything? Last night? Luna's voice shakes. Nothing. We had a bit of an argument, but by the time we went to sleep, things were mostly fine again. And I didn't wake up once. Sadie, she never cried. He pauses. I can hear him swallow. I have a really bad feeling, Iggy. Something's not right. Something's happened. I run a hand through my hair. You feel that way because you're nervous and scared, but I'm sure things are fine. But even I'm not convinced by my words. I feel sick. Maybe something came up. Maybe her parents called or something, and there was some kind of emergency. I hear Hooner sniff through the phone. It's been hours now. I don't know what to do. I rub my face, my eyes, trying to stay focused on Hooner. What do I say? What can I say? I'm sorry, Hooner. I really don't know what else to do. I'll keep calling her though. If we all keep trying, I'm sure one of us will finally get through. I'm sure. I cringe but continue. Everything's fine. The line is quiet for a moment. It's soft as a whisper. Okay. He sounds so despondent. I don't blame him. Keep me updated, okay? Sure. The line goes dead. I bring my hand down with a sigh, staring down at the brightly lit display of my phone. I could have handled it better, but somehow I can't help but feel that it wouldn't have mattered. As the quiet returns, so does the feeling of emptiness. It gnaws at my insides like a rat trying to escape. All of a sudden, I just really need to hear someone's voice. And not only that, I can try again. Try again? Try what again? I start scrolling through my contacts. Yeah, maybe I can call someone. But who? It's not like I've got a lot of choices. But then pauses over Genzo's name. No. I shake my head. No. I continue scrolling. Someone else. Someone I haven't tried yet. Call Orlam? Why would I call Orlam? Oh gosh. Okay then. Got no other choices. I scroll down Orlam's name on the list. Normally I'd be hard pressed to call Orlam about, well, anything. But somehow it feels different this time. I can't explain it. Almost like someone needs me to call him. So with only a moment of hesitation, I jab my thumb against the screen and watch as a cheerful phone icon starts to bounce. I put my phone in my ear, thinking about what I'm going to say. What am I going to say? I'm going to ask about Bucks, of course. What else would I ask about? You can maybe show some interest in him for once. I grimace. True. I call him for the first time, in forever, only to jump straight out of concern over someone else. That would certainly paint me as in a sympathetic light. I get so lost in my own back and forth preparation that I don't even realize no one's picking up until the line switches over to voicemail. Blink. Pull the phone away. Weird. Guess he's not around. The digital voice on the line tells me to leave my message after the beep. In a semi-panic, I blurt out, "Hey, Orlam, call me back, okay?" I hit the end call button. Then wince. Did I really just need to leave a message? And no one like that, and one like that to boot? I didn't even say why I was calling. Well, whatever. At least he should call me back now. I run a hand through my hair with a sigh and trudge back over to my desk. Guess I could try to work. Head's a bit all over the place, but that's not something my clients are going to care about. Might as well try to focus as much as I can. I plop down on my desk and set my headphones over my ears. Let's see what I can get done. Once I find my groom, time quickly passes. 1 hour, 2 hours. I yawn and sit back with a stretch, gazing proudly upon the custom API I just got done, debugging for a Mr. James Adelson. It's only as my thoughts are returning to reality that I realize Orlam hasn't called me back. I check my phone just in case I somehow missed it, but nope, no calls. I chew my bottom lip, brow furrowing. Not caring that it made me look a bit weird. I find his name in my recent calls and try him again. Still no answer. I don't leave a message this time, but the message my stomach sends me is plenty, all gurgling butterflies and hissy soda bubbles. This really doesn't seem like him. What if something happened? What if he never even made it back from the party last night? I rub my eyes. That's ridiculous. But still, where does he live again? Oh god. I swipe open my group chats. I vaguely remember him giving us all his new address when he moved. Was that last year or the year before? 2.5 years ago. 2.5 years? Dang! I opened the address on my phone map to check out the route. A bit far to walk. It's all the way over the other side of downtown. I could take the bus though. Get off at Kant Street at the Kant Street stop. Am I really doing this? But apparently I am, because I'm already wandering off to change into a decent pair of pants and find my shoes. Time to have a little adventure. Arc 3. Oh boy, here we go. There's no response on my first knock, which makes me feel a little bit more ridiculous. On my second, though, I hear shuffling on the other side of the door. It pops open against the lock, and I see a single green eye blinking at me curiously. It shuts. Then opens again, this time with the lock undone. Oh! Didn't expect that music. Orlam stares at me as though he's never seen me before in his life. He's an absolute mess, hair jetting out of greasy clumps, cheeks in a sickly gray, and eyes sunk in atop boulder-sized bags. He's wearing the same shirt as he did yesterday, with nothing but boxers and socks underneath. Iggy? He blinks. I raise a hand with what I hope is a friendly wave. Hey, Then, when I had no idea what else to say, I called earlier? He squints, tilts his head. Then seems to snap to attention, frantically searching his pockets. When he doesn't find what he's looking for, he throws a glance back to the apartment before returning his gaze sheepishly. I seem to have misplaced my phone, his eye twitches. Did you need something? Well, is everything okay? I guess I got worried when you didn't pick up. Another twitch. You were worried about me? He blinks. Yeah, I mean, sure. I shrug, cock a brow. You don't look so hot. He laughs, though it's more skittish than his usual laugh, almost nervous. I'm fine, just a bit under the weather. Drank too much yesterday? He asks with a grin. He smiles, except that it's not quite a smile, more like a disguising grimace. Sure. I suddenly realize how awkward it is just standing in the doorway. It's can I come inside? There's not too much trouble. His eyes dilate as he stands up just a bit straighter. You wanna come in? Another set of blinks. He throws a hesitant glance back at his apartment, then finally steps back. Sure, go right ahead. He tries to curl an errant lock of bang in his ear that it falls back out. I step inside. Whoa! Well, this is a bit messy. I am immediately met with a sordid smell. It's not awful, but it's just kind of there. Damp and bitter, and curling up inside my nostrils as I look around. The apartment is just as much of a mess as Orlam himself. Clothes piled on the floor, sheets and blankets half falling off the bed, and clutter everywhere. Empty fast food wrappers, unopened mail, weird little trinkets, bottles, cans, glasses. Even the curtains look ready to give up the ghost, half falling off the rod and leaving a crescent moon of sunlight in the opposite wall. I don't say anything, but surely it's all over my face. Olo just stands there, wringing his hands. Another sweep of his hands through his hair. He darts towards the bed and pushes back the tousled mess of blankets and sheets. You can sit here. He passes a newly cleared space. I do as I'm told, mostly because I'm not sure what else to do. If I felt awkward in the door, it was nothing like I'm feeling now. Orlam scratches his head. You want anything? I must look at him blankly. Coffee or something? Or water? I think maybe I have some Coke too. Oh, coffee's fine. I mean, if it's no trouble. It's fine, it's great. I'll just, put on a new pot on. He scratches at his arm, almost like a dog scratching at fleas. Then skitters off towards the kitchen. I stare at the entryway he disappears into for a few moments before redirecting my attention back to the room. It's a lot smaller than my apartment. At least I have a separate room for my bed. Though his might not seem as small without the junk everywhere. There's a desk at the opposite corner with a dusty old laptop and an empty bottle of whiskey. Piled up next to the desk are what looked like 10 or 12 empty delivery boxes. I let my gaze follow the wall back and around until it meets a bulletin board hanging over the bed. In between the fast food menus are scattered postcards and strange papers and cutouts I can't for the life of me understand the value of. The occasional photo. What in particular catches my attention? Oh! It's us. The 6 of us. The group picture we took after prom. Hunar and Bugs had been the only two to go to the actual prom. The rest of us had just crashed the party afterwards. Oh, it's so funny. Our high school has always held an all-night event of games and food in the gym after prom. Dude, honestly, this actually makes me think back to when I went to my high school prom and we had the after prom, we had something called APE or APE. It was called the after prom extravaganza. It was really fun. Like there was food, drinks, music, and we just partied all night, even past 12 o'clock. That's how crazy it was. It was really fun. I won't lie, it was really fun. We look pretty smart. Even me for once, with my little sport coat. Genzo's got his arms around Orlam and I's shoulders, thumbs jutting out to the sides like some kind of 90s frat boy. Giza's got her hands on her hips, looking mildly irritated at something. I mean, she's looking at the 3 of you. I can't really pin it down though. And Bugs is dying of laughter at something, practically falling over Hunar's shoulders. Does that feel like a lifetime ago? Bit of a strange night though. I remember Genzo being super clingy for the first few hours. He'd sneak in some alcohol and kept making all these off-color remarks as he's gotten progressively more wasted. Then he just disappeared, Orlam too, and I'd been left to hang out with Gidget the rest of the night. She kept leaving unsubtle hints of how much she wished she could have gone to the prom. And oh, look at Donna's dress. Wouldn't it have been magical to wear something like that? And then later that night, a hacking call comes from the other room and jolts me from a nostalgic reverie, and I throw a worried glance in the direction of the kitchen. It continues for a good 10-15 seconds of those wet, phlegmy convulsions that racks your whole body. And it only ends when something thuds hard against the countertop. Wait for him to come back out, go see if he's alright? Let's save here. I mean, if your friend sounds like they're not doing so well, you might as well go check on him, right? Let's go see if he's alright. Worry getting the best of me, I dart to the kitchen entryway. Hey, everything alright in here? Orlam spins towards me in surprise, one hand to his mouth with a faint glimmer of tears in his eyes. He seems tense. It's fine. Another cough. His gaze flips around the room nervously. My own eyes follow. It's a small kitchen, strangely bare, especially compared to the clutter of the adjacent room. My attention goes first to the puttering coffee maker, then to the table with its two folding chairs. One of those industrialized boxes of bleach is on top of the table, a wad of wet towels clumped next to it. Orlam lurches towards me with this before I have a chance to inquire. The coffee's almost done. His eye does that twitch thing again. And he keeps clasping and unclasping his hands. I take the hand and back away. Not that I really mind, I'm feeling uncomfortable enough as is. Instead, I wander back to the bed, taking the opportunity to rub my eyes beneath my glasses once I'm seated back down. When I reopen them, my vision clears and I see Orlam staring at me from the entryway. He's tapping his wrist against his thumb anxiously. First right wrist to left thumb, then left wrist to right thumb. When our eyes meet, he turns back to the kitchen. I chew on the inside of my cheek, brows furrowed. Finally, Orlam returns, carrying a mug of coffee between his hands. He's almost painstakingly careful in the way he walks, making sure it doesn't spill out and onto the floor. I can't help but find this funny given the current state of the apartment. Here, he hands it over just as mindfully, making sure that I can get my fingers around the handle. I hope it's okay. Thanks. The mug is orange and sports a Garfield face on the side. I bring it towards my chest and peer down at the steaming liquid. Orlam takes a seat beside me. Oh, this is nice. He sits close. Too close. Okay, maybe I take that back. Oh, I like how the picture in the back is still there. That's cool. His bony knee touches mine, but I can hear him breathing not far from my ear. He pushes his bangs back again and again. Are you gonna drink it? I'm just waiting for it to cool down. Oh, more hand wringing. Sorry, it's a bit of a mess in here. I don't have company often. It's fine. It's my fault anyways, coming over unannounced. I see his stockinged feet curl against each other at the top of the carpet. It makes the muscles of his gnarly legs flush beneath the skin. You were worried about me? He repeats the same question from earlier. I pause in the middle of blowing my coffee. Yeah, I tried calling, but you didn't answer. I even left a message. He brings his hands to his knees, gaze pointed downwards. Pretty wild party yesterday, huh? Not sure I'd call it wild, but it was fun, yeah. Nice to get out a bit. Yeah, the side of Orlam's mouth twitches. Pause. Then, surprised you're not with Gidget. Huh? Why's that? Figured you'd go and console her. Girls are the most vulnerable when they're upset, you know. His eyes widen. I roll my eyes. All the more reason for me not to go, then. I take a sip of my coffee. Me and vulnerable don't mix. You're kind of weird, you know that, Iggy? Oh, I'm weird? I, of course, hit up the bars afterwards. You know me, party animal. Once I start, I just can't stop. Wouldn't have expected any less. I must have had like 10 girls hang on me. Absolutely voracious, these ones. Sexiest girls you've ever seen. Oh yeah? 2 of them even wanted to have a threesome with me, but I had to refuse. Bed's just not big enough, you know? But I'm thinking of getting a remodel, something that screams me. A real love shack kind of thing. I thought you were seeing someone at work! Oh, that's a good callback. That's a good callback to the first arc. Oh my god. Okay, let me just save here. I mean, I might as well entertain his idea. Might as well entertain it, right? Sounds pretty sweet. Doesn't it, though? It'd be like the talk of the town. I could bring people home every night. I mean, not that I don't already. My place is basically Grand Central Station. When this bed's a rockin', don't come a knockin'. You should see me. You'd honestly be so jealous. I'm basically a god of the night scene. He's really getting excited now. His words coming out faster and faster, almost as though he can't stop them. Oh, I remember in my earlier years, I used to be a very big stutter guy. Like, I always stuttered every time I talk. Like, I would talk very fast and not really know what I'm saying. I have been trying to slow myself down, like trying to think of what I'm gonna say before I say it. Guys, gals, everybody wants some of this, you know what I mean? Oh, guys too? I'm proud of you, Orlam. Proud of you. Oh. His eye twitches. He frowns, looks away, then smiles. I mean, who am I to say no, huh? You know how it is. I stare at him a moment longer, not saying anything. Then finally take another sip of my coffee. He leans in close, eyes growing wide as he watches me drink it. I pause. Slowly turn towards him with an eyebrow raised. He sits back, clasps his hands, unclasps them. Do you want something to eat? I could order something. I'm fine, really. I look at him for a moment. Really look at him. From the greasy points of his scraggly bangs to the greenish tinge of his cheeks to the way his knobby knees keeps knocking against mine. Orlam, I finally say, are you seriously okay? He blinks, laughs. What are you talking about? Except in the next instant, his body lurches forward, his hand goes over his mouth. Oh gosh. The sudden movement makes me jerk backwards, spilling about half of my coffee up and onto my shirt. Excuse me, he manages before abruptly sliding off the bed and racing to the bathroom. What the fuck? I don't even mind the coffee. I set the mug down on the floor and take off after him. Then reach the door just in time to see him throw up the contents of his stomach into the toilet bowl. Ugh. Ugh, what am I hearing? Ugh. It sounds awful. Each horrific gag just sounds like it's ripping his throat open. His shoulders shudder from the force of it. Fuck. After a minute or so, the convulsions begin to die down, and his body slumps down into the toilet seat, head hanging half into the bowl. I don't know what to say, so I don't say anything. Instead, I kneel down next to him, one hand on his back. I can feel the knobs of his spine through his rumpled shirt as I rub up and down. And when he sits back, vomits, saliva, and snot drip down his face and chin, his whole body shivering. The color of the bowl is worrying, a horrible greenish brown. Hey, come on, I finally say, pulling him over towards the wall. I sink to my seat, and he slumps against my shoulders. Ugh, poor dude. Maybe I shouldn't hate Orlam all too much. I mean, dude, his life seems to be in shambles. It's quiet. Quiet except for the occasional sniff and the occasional hiccup. There's a towel half wide, half hanging from the rack, just short ways overhead, so I grab it and use it to wipe his mouth and chin. You're fine now. For some reason, this makes him smile, chuckle. I see him bite down his lip, hard. did it to myself, you know. It's barely more than a whisper. I don't say anything at first. Then, what do you mean? Another chuckle. This one sends a gooey chunk down his chin. Ugh. It's satisfying somehow, watching all that come pouring out of me, like I'm washing myself clean. I'm frozen now, one hand on his back and the other is still clutching the towel. It's the only way to make all the bad thoughts go away. Orlam, buddy, that's not the only way, dude. There are other ways. You can get help. Fuck. I close my eyes and open them again. Fuck. My mind jumps back to the bleach on the table. Fuck, Orlam, you can't. You can't. It's worse every time I see him. He cuts me off. His smile fades, twists downwards. I can see his lip trembling. Every time, I hope it'll be different, but it's always the same. All those feelings come rushing back. He brings his hands to his head, fingers digging into his scalp as he trying to scoop something out. I wish I could just die. My grip on his shoulder tightens. You don't mean that. Who was he talking about? Genzo? Genzo had certainly given him a lot of shit over the years, but had it been that bad? Guilt tugs at my conscience. I hadn't been the angel of innocence either, never telling Genzo to stop. I'd sometimes even go along with him just for a laugh. But then when Orlam's mom had died, Jesus, again, I am not saying that. I wince. I still remember the day he'd come back to school after that. Oh, great, my keyboard broke. Hold up. Okay, there we go. I think I fixed it. Gento had gone over to him, face a picture of worry and arms outstretched. In Orlam, for the first time, I'd seen this glimmer of happiness in Orlam's eyes, even through the bleak and the tears. Then Genzo had grabbed the back of his shirt collar and jerked it upwards like a noose around his neck, imitating the music from Psycho, saying it was genetic. Fuck. Maybe things had been worse than I remember. I looked down at Orlam's hunched over form and feel this sort of weird heat building up in the base of my belly. Anger. Anger at myself. Anger at Genzo. Anger at life in general. I'm normally not an angry person. Probably the exact opposite. Actually, a little too easygoing. A little too blasé about things. But that thought just fuels my anger, because maybe if I hadn't been like that, maybe if I'd actually done something or said something, things might not have ended up like this. I kneed my thumbs into Orlam's shoulder with a sigh. He gives a little hiccup, his back jumping. No one's, a cough, ever done anything like this for me before. He glances back at me with a smile. For a second, I see the old Orlam. The high school Orlam from the photo. Who might have been a little jumpy, mousy, whiny little thing, but at least when he smiled at you, there'd be some genuine joy and happiness behind it. I return to smile and pull him in against my side with a squeeze. Hey, what are friends for? I actually feel bad for Orlam now, dude. Like, to be honest, Orlam actually isn't that bad of a person. Maybe I shouldn't be hating him. Like, I think the way the game is kind of portraying it is that there's good and bad to every person. Let's face facts. We're all selfish. All human beings are selfish in some way, shape, form, or capacity. And like the Wonderland variant of Gidget and Orlam pretty much show that capacity. But like real life, they go through a lot of shit. And it's something that we have to like feel sorry for, because imagine if that was you going through all that. You probably will want someone to comfort you too, right? I get back to my apartment a bit before dinner time, but even back in the safe familiarity of my home, I can't stop thinking about Orlam. I told him to call me if he needed anything, even if just to talk. But I have no idea if he's actually going to take me up on it. I feel like I should be doing something, telling someone, but who? And would it even help? I don't know. I just don't know. I sat at my desk and rubbed my eyes, belly a tumbling froth of guilt, uncertainty, and anger. The anger is still there, like a simmering soup just beneath my consciousness. I stare at my computer monitor, not comprehending the text on the screen. I need to work. I'm so behind at this point, and yet somehow I just don't care. It seems so pointless. What will doing any of this accomplish? A new API for James Addleston? James Addleston can go fuck himself. I push back from my desk and stand up. Maybe I'll play a game. I wander over to my shelves. I have a few that I've started already. One day I got tired of grinding in, so I'm stalled out right now. So I'm stalled out right before the final boss. A few dozen I've bought, but just haven't gotten around to playing yet. But they all seem like so much work. I'm not in the mood to try jumping back into a story I've half forgotten. Oh, I love the fact that he's a gamer. Nor am I in the mood to start something new. I let my fingers fall from the shelf. Maybe I'll watch TV. After grabbing myself a bowl of peanut butter ice cream from the fridge. Oh, that's so good! I plop myself down on the couch and jam my thumb on the remote. There's gotta be something good on. I can't take it anymore. I never thought I would say straight from Natasha, but... Oh, it's a TV. But I can't control myself when I think of you. I must have you. Oh, Clark, I need... Jesus Christ. She's still the one for you, and Shield's... Shieldless? Who names their kid Shieldless? Shieldless for daily use lets you... Oh no, Shieldless is not a kid, it's a product. I'm being dumb, it's a commercial. Last week on Big Male Sibling. Really? I let the spoon bob up and down between my lips. Then switch over to Netflix and start the Shawshank Redemption. That's a good one. It's a good one. It's a classic. For probably my 100th time. I descend further and further on the couch throughout the course of the movie, until by the time the credits are rolling, I'm slumped over to one leg propped on the back and one hand hanging over the side, barely keeping its grip on the empty ice cream bowl. Damn, it's not even that late. How am I so tired? I can't help but feel like there was something I was supposed to do. Something important I should have been thinking about. But even that feeling is quickly drifting away. My eyes droop. Somehow my half-lidded gaze goes towards my messenger bag slumped against the far wall. Wait, why is it? I swear I see it move. But I'm too tired. Too tired to care. Right now, all I want to do is sleep. I end up dreaming. I'm in the woods, and someone's calling for me. Just heard the voice in the darkness. Okay, it's the same dream as before. Iggy. Someone in the dirt. I'm here, Iggy. I run and I run and I run. Run until the forest seems to open up in front of me. Oh, we're back here again. My gaze travels upwards. Up, higher and higher. There's something there. Something huge. My breath catches and I take a stumbling step back. Defeat it. Defeat it? Wait, defeat it? How the hell am I supposed to defeat this thing? It's the size of a house. I hear a snort. See it rear back. Then something's coming at me. I barely have time to leap out of the way and I hit the ground with a bone-crunching thud that takes my breath away and makes my vision swirl. There's no way! What am I supposed to... I feel something in my hand. When I glance down, I see a doll. A tiny doll. Just sitting there, limp in my palm. Its button eyes staring up at me. This is... In that moment, it sits up. First, its limbs jerk to life, then its back rises, its head lolling forward. It looks at me straight in the eyes. Please kill me, Iggy. Jesus. I gasp and sit up. Only now I'm back on the couch. And the sun is reflecting off the window straight into my eyes. I groan. Fuck. My body feels like it's stuffed in the trash compactor, and my ears are killing me from sleeping with my glasses on. Oof. I rub at my eyes, taking a moment to collect myself, then check my phone. 10:06. Damn, I slept a long time. There's a nice big splotch in front of my shirt from where I must have spilled ice cream last night. I cringed and dragged myself to the bathroom to clean myself up. As I'm showering, I remember Orlam. He hadn't contacted me since yesterday. Not that he needed to, but still. The thought sends anxious tugs of worry up and down inside of my belly. I should check on him. So once I'm done and back in the kitchen, to start the comforting pre-collation to coffee, I pull up my phone and give him a ring. It cuts the voicemail after the 5th dial tone. I gnaw at the inside of my cheek. Bubbles of worrying start to turn into a froth. I try twice more, after another 30 minutes, then again forcing myself to wait a few minutes shy of an hour. Fuck. Didn't he say he misplaced his phone yesterday? He probably just hasn't found it yet. After a whole day, surely by now he found it. Then maybe he's still sleeping. But it's afternoon already. I scratch the back of my neck as so hard I wince. Something's wrong. Before I can even fully comprehend what I'm doing, I'm grabbing my shoes and keys and headed for the door. I just know I won't be able to think clearly until I make sure he's okay. Dude, Iggy's a little like me, like I sometimes worry about my friends. Right? Like I want to be sure that they're okay. Orlam? My knock sounds uncomfortably loud in the empty hallway. Orlam, it's Iggy again. But there's no response. Even after 4 or 5 knocks, it remains shut. When I push past the discomfort of looking like some kind of stalker to press my ear to the door, I hear nothing. No sounds of shuffling, no coughing, no powerful footsteps. Fuck. Oh, God. I'm scared. If I'm gonna have to blur something out, I will. I let my forehead rest against the wood paneling. In my mind, I see him splayed across the bedroom floor in a puddle of blood. Ridiculous. Orlam would never. I knock again, more frantic this time. Orlam, please, if you can hear me, make a noise or something. My ears go back to the door. Straining. But there's still nothing. Not a single peep. And so I do the only thing I think I can think of to do. I swallow my building social anxiety. I march down to the main office of the apartment building. It's a small office. Not much more than a desk, some shelves, and a few cupboards. The shelves are full of packages, no doubt waiting to be picked up by the apartment residents. Oh? There's a woman inside reading a magazine at the desk. She looks like she's in her 20s, though perhaps a rough 20s. Her eyes look tired, and her posture reeks of a complete surrender to apathy. She barely looks up at my entrance. I tap the tip of my finger together. All of a sudden losing the intentional gumption I had in my trek over. Her gaze wanders back up. She blinks. Can I help you? Yes, it's just that my friend lives here, but he's not answering the door, and I'm worried about him. She stares at me for a moment, then returns to her magazine. Sucks to be you, then. Okay, you're just a dick now. I press my lips together, brows flattening. You don't understand. I really need to get in there. And I need a sugar daddy to get me out of this place, but that won't be happening anytime soon, hun. She snaps inside. Something snaps inside me. I bring my hand down on the desk a little harder than I meant to. He might have killed himself. This makes her stop. She sets down the magazine and gives me an incredulous once-over. And sighs, God, this is not what I needed today. What's the apartment number? 418. She pulls out a manila folder from one of the desk drawers and begins riffling through it. Slides out a form and studies it a moment. Then, oh my God, that creepy little fucker? I assumed he didn't even have any friends. I bring a hand up to scratch my arm awkwardly. He's so gross. Gives me the heebie-jeebies every time he comes in to pick up a package. I scratch harder, to the point that I can feel his skin cells building up beneath my fingernails. Would probably do the world a favor if he offed himself. Jesus Christ, woman! Honestly, the world would be better without people like you. You know, I'd really appreciate it if you just can the commentary. I finally spit out. She just rolls her eyes and swivels back around the locked spot behind the cabinet behind the desk. I bite down on my tongue to keep from saying anything more as I watch her comb through maintenance keys. She must find the right set because she stands up and grabs her phone, stuffing it into her back pocket, and as she leads me back out to the hallway. Whatever, let's go get this over with. Once back to Orlam's door, the nervousness renews its dance across my neck. What's taking her so long? Now she's going from key to key, taking what feels like hours to inspect each one. I shift my weight to the left, wipe out a cold sweat dappling my skin, my forehead, and throat. Oh, yeah, duh, she says with a laugh, then pushes one of the keys into the lock. It opens with a dull click. I bump the door open with the rest of the way because she has a chance. Rest of the way because she even has a chance to pull the key back out. Before she even has a chance, I think. Orlam, with 2 large steps, I'm inside. The clutter is the same as yesterday, along with the smell. I run my fingers inside my damp palms to look around. Orlam, are you here? The main room is empty. I make a beeline for the bathroom and brace myself for the moment just before the door open and switch on the light. There's nothing. He's not there. Just a towel on the floor that I cleaned him up with yesterday. I shuffle back out and check the kitchen, but it's equally empty. Nothing and no one. My brows sink in confused worry. He's not here. Damn, here I was hoping I could at least go home with a story. The apartment woman is leaning up against the doorframe, her gaze wandering the room. Her lips curl in a thinly veiled disgust. Maybe there's some kind of notes, or maybe he left something. I run a hand through my hair, attention turning towards the desk. Not my problem. Save me the cleanup if he did it somewhere else. She says with a huff and pushes away from the frame. But if you want to keep looking, knock yourself out. Like I care what happens to this fucker's place. I watch her walk away, jaw tight. How could she just... I feel my fingers curl in towards my palm with a shuddered twitch. But ultimately, the feeling fades and my shoulder slumps. I toe the door shut and begin searching the room, the desk, the bed, the kitchen table. But there's nothing. No hint of anything that might tell me where he is. Everything looks exactly the same as yesterday. I try calling him one last time. Still I'm hoping that maybe this time it'll work. That this time he'll answer and ask why the hell I've called him so many times. But upon the first ring, A sprightly ringtone breaks the sounds of the room. Oh, you're kidding. He has a Nokia? Why does he have a Nokia? I follow the sound, kneel down, and pull his phone out from beneath the bed. Just stare at it for a moment before clicking it off. The screen jumps back to its main menu with a background photo of a brown, droopy-eared rabbit. Check through his phone, leave it be. I mean, the best possible way to find him is probably to check through his phone. Maybe he was talking to someone. Maybe there was something he had to be doing, right? Let's go ahead and check through his phone. I pause, just looking down at it for a moment. I wince. I bite down on my tongue. It feels wrong, but at the same time, what if there's some kind of clue or hint? I mean, you never know, right? So with a twinge of guilt still dancing along the back of my neck, I start swiping through his apps. First page is mostly just games, social media stuff, Twitter, Reddit, Facebook. Candy Cujo? Farm Progress Show? Are those actual things? A couple of anime-style icons that could either be gacha or dating sims. I swipe to the next page. It's full of hookup apps. Tinder, Blender, Grindr. There are even some ones I never heard of, like 3Fun and Field. I scratch my head, starting to feel a bit uncomfortable. I'm almost scared to swipe to the next page. I instinctively hold my breath. Oh, just Tumblr. Well, that wasn't super helpful. He barely seems to have any notifications either, just missed calls from me. Nothing else. It feels a bit sad, actually. All these hookup apps, and yet they're all silent. I chew in the inside of my cheek, then toss the phone down on the bed. Somehow I feel even worse. I sink to the floor, back against the bed, knees folded up against my chest. I don't know what to do. I don't know where he is. He could be... I don't let myself finish that thought. Instead, I just sit there, arms wrapped around my knees and wondering how the hell it could have gotten this bad without anyone noticing. I think to Genzo, to the 5 of us, to the apartment lady. Her words still ringing in the back of my brain. Orlam's not gross, is he? He's just different. Doesn't really fit in. Kind of like me. I stare down at my shoes, but somehow I'd flown mostly under the radar. Well, he'd gotten the brunt of it. I hadn't exactly been the greatest friend to him growing up. None of us had. But we'd had our moments, hadn't we? I like to think that. I didn't know where else to go. I closed my eyes. Is it okay if I stay here a little while? When had that been? 4th grade? I don't remember. Oh! Orlam's standing on the front porch, looking like he just crawled out of an alleyway somewhere. It's hot. Hotter than normal for April. The beads of sweat dot his forehead along with his hairline. His shirt is a rumpled mess, and his left eye is surrounded by a deep red circle. I see parts of it already starting to transition to purple. I glance back in the house. My mom is in the kitchen, ironing and watching TV, then step out on the porch. What happened? I sniff and wipe my nose. I'm just getting over a cold. Orlam glances left, right, tugs at his rat tail. I fell. Oh. Why can't you go home? Another cringe. My dad's mad. Oh. We stand there for a moment, not saying anything. Finally, I jerk a thumb back in the direction of the house. We can play in my room, I guess. Really? This brings out a smile. Nako's instantly shy. Okay. Mom, Orlam's here. We're gonna play in my room. I shout as we start back up and up the stairs. Dinner's in an hour. I hear right before I close the door behind us. Oh, this is Iggy's room? Wow, so many toys. Orlam picks at his nose. I don't play with some of them anymore. My parents don't let me have any toys. None? I sit down in the middle of the room and Orlam follows hesitantly behind. He doesn't respond, instead looking wide-eyed at the shelves of toys and basket of stuffed animals. What do you want to play? I don't know. We can play Town Square. I say and reach in for a box of my action figures to dump them out on the floor. What's that? All the guys live in houses and, talk to each other and stuff. Oh, okay. I start placing my little critter and Berenstain Bear's picture books face down on the floor in a circle. See? These are all the houses. Orlam picks up a Quasimodo figure from the pile, then another small one, and an even smaller one. He looks confused. That one is from a different set, and that was a Happy Meal one. Oh, but you can be them. They're usually a family. Okay. He places a trio of Quasimodos in the circle atop one of the picture books. I start sorting through the rest of the figures, assigning them various groups based on what movie they're from. Orlam watches for a moment, and then starts to help. See him put Lando and Aladdin in one of the houses. I frown. Not like that. Huh? What's wrong? Those two aren't from the same movie. Oh. I pause. Orlam's wringing his hands. He looks really flustered. He picks Lando back up, and I see him trying to figure out where to put him. I scratch at my bare knee. I guess it's okay, then smile. You can decide where to put them, okay? Then brings his head back up, and I see a small smile start to form. I can? Sure, it's not like it matters. We can make up our own rules. He's beaming now. And I see him go instantly to work and making various groups of figures, assigning them to little households, deciding on what their occupations will be. Also, I might be a little dumb, but isn't Lando from Star Wars? I feel like that might be it, right? We spend more time setting them up than we even do actually playing. In fact, by the time we have the system of government outlined and have finished cutting out small golden bits of paper to act as money, Orlam's eyes are starting to droop. I see him yawn. You're tired? We can take a nap. It's okay. Okay. I stand up and step carefully around our extravagant city to reach our bed. Come on. You can even hold Pink Bunny. Oh? 5 minutes later sees us curled up atop the sheets, breeze from overhead fan playing with our hair. Aww, it's so cute. Oh, holding Pink Bunny against his chest, he rubs his head again and again. Have you done the social studies homework yet? I shake my head. Not yet, then. I hate it. It's so boring. I always do it last. Mrs. Akers scares me. I do it first so I don't forget. Silence. I see Orlam's gaze fall to the mattress. His eyes flutter shut, then back open, focusing back on me. Does Genzo ever talk about me? What do you mean? A shrug. Just wondering. Genzo talks about everyone. A smile. Yeah, that's true. Then, he's pretty cool, isn't he? Yeah, he's pretty cool. Orlam buries his chin on the top of the Pink Bunny head, fingers curling into a fluff of his torso. I feel my eyelids start to sink. I'm tired too. And the heat isn't helping. The overhead fan is sending a lovely brush of wind against my cheek. A series of pounding knocks from downstairs jerks me from my reverie. I half sit up, face skewed in confusion, listening. Across from me, Orlam is squeezing Pink Bunny into his chest with a worried frown. I hear a front door open with a warm timbre of my mother's voice, followed by a harsh bark of a man's. I can't make out what they're saying. Then there's footsteps on the stairs, sharp and purposeful. Oh God. Oh no. The door of my room swings open. Daddy? Orlam sits up, voice cracking. Get the fuck out of here. Do you have any idea how long your mother and I have been looking for you? Orlam winces. I starts to slide himself off the bed. I'm sorry, His dad grabs him by the wrist and yanks him off the rest of the way, nearly sending him stumbling to the floor. George? George! My mother's voice from the hallway. She's coming up the steps. Is this really necessary? They were just... Orlam's dad storms out of the room, Orlam in tow. When my son is here, you fucking let me know. Oh, it's that... Oh, I think I know where this is going. They disappear from view, but I hear them on the stairs, loud and angry, just before quickly fading into nothingness in the front door. Here and out in about 30 seconds. Just like a tornado that took off our roof when I was in second grade. I sat quietly on the edge of the bed. Pink Bunny was lying on the floor. His ear was knocked over to the smallest Quasimodo. Jackass, I hear my mother mutters to herself out in the hall. Then, Iggy, food will be ready in 10. Could you come set the table? Okay, Mom. I push myself off the bed and pad towards the door. Dude, Orlam's parents, man. Orlam's parents are the worst. I can already see it. It's getting dark. By the time I take the bus back to my apartment, it's quiet and empty. The world outside the windows looks exceptionally black juxtaposed with a brilliant white fluorescent reflecting off the blue plastic seats. I stare around, moving at the opposite wall, body jerking with each turn of the wheel or tap of the brakes. And when I hear the bus near my stop, I let it pass in silence. I don't even glance at the button. I keep moving and gliding through the night like a shuttle cutting through the nothingness of space. I chew on the inside of my cheek, under a stop. The driver keeps us rolling without so much as a pause, as though he'd ever considered stopping in the first place. My legs swing beneath the seat as we round the corner to the right, engine humming against the walls. We're almost there. I hit the button and stand up. In a few more blocks, when the bus finally does grind to a halt, I step out the door. It's dark and cold. The bus chugs away, leaving me standing in the circle of light beneath the bus stop lamp. Where the hell am I? Alright, I think I'm going to leave this episode here for now. I know, awkward place to leave it on again, but we learned a bit more about Orlam. He was actually in a lot of pain. Like, a lot of shit happened to him, and honestly, I can kind of understand where he's coming from. It probably is the worst kind of childhood to ever have. Anyways, I'm gonna leave this video here for now. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please leave a like, comment what you think, share this with your friends, and be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss a single notification. I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye.
You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason